Hey guys, and welcome back to Z3 Cubing. Today I'm going to show you how to properly resticker a Rubik's Cube. So today's going to be a fairly quick tutorial on the best way to peel all the stickers off a Rubik's Cube and replace them with nice brand new stickers like these ones right here in my custom shades. Now just having a custom personal set of sticker shades like these that you buy to put on every new puzzle of yours has kind of fallen out of popularity with the rise of stickerless puzzles, where of course you don't have to deal with stickers at all. But sometimes you'll come across an old cube with beat up stickers that you just need to replace, and sometimes they even come out with new cube releases that only come in stickered, and to customize them and set them up to your perfection, you will need to replace the stickers. So of course, to resticker a cube, you're going to need some brand new stickers. So where do you actually get them? I've gotten pretty much all my stickers in the past from The Cubicle. On their new website, thecubicle.com, you can find a bunch of pre-made sets for a bunch of different popular cubes like this, but they do not come in custom shades. These ones are actually my custom personal shades that I have created. And so if you want to get those, you have to go to their old website, thecubicle.us, which is still up. And so you can still make a custom set of shades and buy them in whatever size cube you want. You can also check out my personal shades in the link in the description below. Alright, so now that you got a set of new stickers and a cube to put those stickers on, this one's starting to get beat up in a few places. The first step, of course, is to take all the stickers off the original cube. So there's a few different ways to do this, of course. You can just use your fingernails, but that'll start to hurt after a while. You can get like a razor blade, like just a knife blade, and peel them all off, but that might actually hurt the plastic of the cube. It'll scrape it up a little bit, so you might not want to do that. The best solution is actually a plastic razor blade like this. So you can just kind of scrape the stickers off like this, get it at the corner, and peel it up. And just start doing that on all the stickers. Having a plastic sticker peeling blade like this isn't strictly necessary, but if you are using a metal blade, you gotta make sure to be a lot more careful as to not scratch the plastic on your puzzle. So this definitely does make it a lot easier and a lot faster, and of course a lot safer. So I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to buy one. Okay, so the next step is one that is often overlooked, and with some cubes it can actually be okay to do so, but most of the time I would definitely recommend going on with this step, and that would be removing all this gross sticker residue off the pieces. As you can see here, there's lots of just sticky residue all over the place, especially on this side right here, that you need to get rid of. And so there's a few different ways to do this. Of course, you can just kind of take your finger and slide it all around, and you'll get most of it off, but it won't really do that great of a job, and it'll take kind of forever. And so a better solution is using this stuff, which is called Goo Gone. Basically what you do is you put it on just a tissue like this, and then you rub it on the pieces, just around like this, and all that sticky stuff just comes off pretty much instantly, and you can dry it off, and it will pretty much be all gone. So you pretty much just want to go around to every side and get as much of this gross sticky residue stuff off as possible. As you can see, it comes off very well with Goo Gone. If you don't have any of it, then you can just get the larger chunks with your fingers. Although I definitely would recommend getting something like this if you don't want to have bubbles underneath your stickers, especially on some cubes where the residue can be really bad. Alright, so now that we're done with that step and the cube is clean and dried off, there shouldn't be any traces of sticker residue anywhere on the face. We can begin the actual stickering of the cube. So get out one side of your stickers. So what I do is I take a little pair of tweezers like this, and I'll just very carefully lift up the sticker that I want to apply onto the cube. So the center one right here, I'll take the tweezers and just kind of grab it in the corner very gently. You can also use like a dull metal blade to lift it up and then set it onto the puzzle. And what I do is making sure that it's oriented in the correct direction. Just very carefully set it right onto the cube, get it centered as perfectly as you possibly can. Start on one corner and then just push it all the way to the other corner and just kind of set it down like this. Really the most important thing is that you get it centered exactly where you want it before you push it down. So we can go ahead and do another one in the center here. So I'll lift up the corner, grab it with my tweezers very gently, trying not to make a mark on where the actual sticker, and then set it on the cube like this. So I kind of center it by eyeball. I'm not actually touching the surface of the cube yet, and once I have it exactly centered right where I want it, I'll use my finger and just touch it down on the surface of the plastic. In this case, I see that it needs to go down a little bit, so what I'll do is actually start from the top and kind of push down, and that will kind of push it more in the direction that I want it to be. So if you don't have it perfectly centered right when you touch it onto the plastic, you can still sometimes shift it down a little bit by pressing it in a certain direction. That's something I like to do a little bit, but the most important part is that it's centered right when you put it onto the plastic. Now one important note, if you take a look at these two edge stickers I just put on, the stickers aren't exactly centered right in the middle of the piece. As you can see, there's a little bit more black space on this edge of the piece, the outer edge, than on the inner edge of the piece right here. And that will be the case on most cubes because there's more of a curve on this outer edge of all the pieces. There's going to be more of a black line around the outer part of the cube than these inner lines right here. So you want to keep that in mind while you're stickering. There's usually a little bit extra black space on the outer edge of the pieces, so you don't always have the sticker exactly centered. One other really important thing to keep in mind, as you can see here, is you want to make sure you're putting the sticker directly onto the puzzle where it was on the sticker sheet, because they're all shaped a little bit differently, as you can see here. The curves on the inside of the pieces, all a little bit different. So if you take off a sticker from the corner of the sticker sheet like this, you want to stick it exactly on the corner of the cube without moving it around or rotating it, anything like that. Stick it on exactly how you took it off the sticker sheet. And again, there's going to be a little bit more of a black edge on this one too. Now, one of the most common problems that results from people doing custom sticker jobs on their puzzles, other than just not having the sticker centered correctly, is that of having bubbles underneath the stickers. So the first step, of course, to prevent bubbles is just to have a clean surface. So you might even just want to double check and wipe off the surface of the cube before every couple of stickers that you put on, just to make sure no dust or anything has fallen on there. And the other biggest thing to prevent bubbles is the way that you actually apply the sticker. Again, you just kind of align everything all carefully like this. And the most important thing is that you stick it down on one side of the sticker first, so it's only stuck in this one corner. And then you go from that corner to the rest of the sticker. So you kind of push into the middle and then off to both sides. As long as you start on one side of the sticker, working your way along in a smooth motion until you get to the other side, rather than just pushing it down all at once, then you should have a good application. So now that we got one side complete and stickered fairly well, it's time to repeat that same process on the remaining 5 sides of the cube using the remaining stickers. You do of course want to make sure that you have your color scheme correct, so of course white goes opposite yellow, that'll go right here, and make sure all the rest of them are correct relative to each other. And there you go. So that is how you fully replace all the stickers on a Rubik's Cube. As you can see, my custom shades look very nice on here. Do a little checker pattern. Again, I'll put a link down in the description down below to where you can get these custom shades or make your own on thecubicle.us. I'll also put a link to pretty much everything else I've talked about in this video, so the sticker peeler, as well as the glue gun, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's just about it. I hope you guys enjoyed or learned something, and I'll see you guys next time.